Robinson out of Georgetown, Delaware in the blue and white, number 7. One win on the year for that driver. The Stokely Materials entry behind him. Jason Fager, a local favorite out of Bloomington, Illinois. 3 wins on the year. They've all come right here at Farmer City Raceway. Jimmy Owens on the racetrack in this set as well. The Kohler Motorsports entry, now a rocket chassis. Vic Hill Power, the 19R of Ryan Gustin, rides behind him. The driver out of Marshalltown, Iowa. A couple of wins on the year for that driver. Robin Huffman in the 33H, the CNC Motorsports Rocket. All those cars on the speedway right now as we get Dirt Draft Hot Laps underway. James, the big question, I know you probably haven't, but have you got your Dirt Draft lineup in yet, my friend?
I have done the last 2 nights. I will go with Farmer City favorites. I will go with Bob Pierce, Roger Long, Steve Hillard, Kevin Weaver, and Joe Ross Jr. How about that, Tyson? Joe Ross Jr.
I like the diversity. I'm going to be honest. You're not going to do very well tonight, though, because I think only 2 of those drivers are going to be here. So, well, Jimmy Owens right now. How about that? The new rocket chassis atop the leaderboard in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, 13.173. That Kohler Motorsports team. And Jimmy was originally going to run all 4 nights of Illinois Speedweek. They decided to get up here tonight. James, he hits the ground running, fastest time so far.
Second all-time winningest driver in Lucas Oil Series, 80 victories. Here's your defending race winner, the Farmer City 74. That'll be Tyler Erb. Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas. Right now 8th in the points. Last weekend, Ben, I know on Thursday and Friday, he passed the most cars of anyone. He got the Todd Steel Building's Hard Charger one night, that green and black number 1 out of New Waverly, Texas. Only the second time here for the 3-time Lucas Oil champion and Nutrient Ag Solutions Clements Power under the hood tonight of Jonathan Davenport. What do you think? 2015 was the last time he raced here at Farmer City for Davenport. And Ben, of course, the 3rd all-time winningest driver of the series, 66 career victories.
Car number 18 behind him, Chase Young, hence hard contact with the wall last night. He's back here tonight in the Rocket XR1 Clements-powered Shop Quick Racing entry. And behind him, former Fairbury Speedway track champion McKay Winger, the Reaper in the Backwoods Diner and Bakery, Popejoy Plumbing and HVAC, Pro Power Racing Engine, Rocket XR1.
This is his first ever Lucas Oil race, by the way. He's been trying to get to run with us, of course, at Macon and so on. But we're glad to be here. Farmer City and Fairbury the first time with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The 16 car, that'll be Tyler Bruning. Tyler Bruning out of Decorah, Iowa, currently 14th in the points in the Skyline Motorsports Capital Clements. And behind him, first time here. He's been trying to come here for a couple of years, of course, with the Outlaws rained out. Full-time this year with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The 3rd-generation driver, the 111, currently leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. 7th in the points, Max Blair, out of Centerville, PA, Ben.
Riding behind him, 4-time Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion Earl Pearson Jr., currently 10th in the points. The Tegler, Wrecker, and Crane, Hoker Trucking, Clements-powered Longhorn for the Hurricane, Earl Pearson Jr. And in car 32, the smooth operator Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois. 4 wins on the year for the Vic Hill Powered Longhorn, Rio Grande Waste Services, Hoker Trucking, Mesilla Valley Transportation, car 32.
And, of course, to B12, the defending track champion here, the Hall of Famer, the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer, Kevin Weaver. Kevin Weaver in that Rocket B12 out of Gibson City, Illinois. He'll be with us tonight and tomorrow night. Last time he ran with us was in the Hall of Fame inductions a few years ago down at Florence Speedway for that familiar B12.
One last car on the speedway, Mike Spatola, 2-time defending Fairbury Speedway track champion you see on your screen. The Ryan-powered Rocket XR1 Illinois Rifle Association Big Daddy Scrap entry. 7 wins a year ago for Mike Spatola, also a former Kankakee County Speedway track champion. Well, James, right now, the racetrack's got some character to it. She's got a little bit of crumb, she's got some moisture, and a few of these guys having a hard time getting a hold of it.
Davenport, you mentioned first time here since 2015. Again, go to dirtdraft.com. If you've already signed in, get your 5. You've got the $100,000 salary cap. You've got to be under that. And the dollar value. And pick your 5 for tonight here. I don't know where I ended up last night. After the first round of heat races last night, I was like tied for first with 200 points. I don't know if that was my show-up points or what. But Max Blair, Max Blair, 12-770 here in dirtdraft.com hot laps. Ben, who says hot laps doesn't pay? It does in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. They'll get a cash award or a banquet coming up later this year at the Lucas Oil Stadium. But Max Blair right now the quickest, and McKay Winger in car 42. The next group of cars on the track for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Well, they're going to be led out by the driver currently 3rd in the series standings out of Evans, Georgia, Brandon Overton, Big Sexy, 7 wins already on the year. The Wells & Sons Motorsports, Garnto Southern, Clements-powered Longhorn, and riding right behind him in the 99M out of Dresden, Ohio, currently 6th in the series standings. That's Devin Moran, 2 wins on the year for the driver of the Double Down Motorsports, Lazy Day RVs, Big River Steel, Cornet-powered Longhorn.
And in group number 3, there's the 89 car. His first time here at Farmer City. He's been to Fairbury. That is Logan Robertson. How about Logan Robertson? He started 25th and finished 10th. You think, okay, he's a Todd Steel Building's hard charger. No, that didn't happen in Florence. When you tie, it goes, and he tied last Saturday night at Florence, it goes to the highest finisher. And a great run for Logan Robertson in that Broadnack Shaker Masters Built 89 out of Waynesboro, Virginia. As we are in group 3 hot laps. Behind him, the 157. He has been on a roll. The current Castrol FloRacing Not in America points leader in that Ronnie Delk Longhorn Petrov Towing. That is Mike Marlar. Mike Marlar out of Winfield, Tennessee. I think he was waiting out the rain earlier up at a truck stop maybe, but he did make it in this afternoon. Glad to have the 157 in attendance.
Well, speaking of points leaders, how about the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader, Hudson O'Neill in car number 1, last night's feature winner at Lincoln Speedway. The Valvoline VR1 Racing Oil, Soybert Calf Ranches, Durham-powered Rocket XR1, 6 wins on the year, and he's going after his first Lucas Oil title here in 2023.
He's got it on.
There it is. He's got the Midwest Sheet Metal orange spoiler. I love it. Thank you, Chris Davis, for your support of this series. The 96V behind him, the Viper Risk Management Motorsports, Base Racing Fuels, M&M Paint Construction, Durham-powered Longhorn. That's Tanner English, 7th in the current Castrol standings, 8th with the World of Outlaws. And this weekend, he's chasing some big money in the land of Lincoln.
Again, 41 cars entered here tonight. We'll divide them up into 4 heat races. We'll take the top 4, and then we'll have 2 B mains. The 26H, the Brent McKinnon, talked to Brent earlier, out of Carlisle, Illinois, of course, injured in that work accident back a few months ago, recovering very good, and glad to see him at the track. That is Kyle Hammer. Kyle Hammer behind the wheel of the 26H, Ben out of Clinton, Illinois. His dad, Don Hammer, used to promote here at Farmer City Raceway.
The 99 Junior, Frank Heckenus Jr. out of Frankfort, Illinois on the Speedway. The Rocket XR1, Jim Weber Motorsports entry. The 39 of Tim McCready, 2-time and defending Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion. In car number 39, currently rides 5th in the latest standings. The Paylor Motorsports Mega Plumbing HVAC entry. Gordy Gundaker in the 11 out of St. Charles, Missouri. And he'll be the final car on the Speedway in this set. The Lucas Oil Vexel-sponsored Clements-powered Longhorn for the G-Man, Gordy Gundaker.
Right now, Brandon Overton goes to the top. Now, Devin Moran at 12.774. I mentioned Devin Moran comes in tonight as 6th in that points standings for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports Longhorn. Now, Brandon Overton back to the top. Now, Devin Moran back to the top.
Let's go.
We're going to do this all night long, brother.
I hope so. I hope it's like that. That's what it was like last year in the feature for this race.
We love Illinois.
Oh, man. Well, Devin Moran, as the Gorsuch Performance Solutions cautions lights come on, and he's the fastest time in this set, 12.717. Brandon Overton, he said these bull rings aren't always his cup of tea, but he's looking strong early, James. He's 2nd on the board in that set.
Hudson O'Neill 3rd, Gordy Gundaker 4th. Gordy Gundaker, his first Lucas Oil race of the season. 4th and final group of hot laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Again, go to dirtdraft.com. Be sure to visit all of our fine vendors behind the grandstand area, including Arizona Sports Shirts, the Gotta Race booth. And here comes the Cornet-powered B5 for the Shepherd Riggs Racing entry. That is Brandon Shepherd, 2nd last night in Lincoln, Illinois. Out of New Berlin, Illinois. Behind him, the 11. Out of Meridian, Mississippi, and the Craig and Shannon Sims PCC Motorsports Longhorn. That is Spencer Hughes.
Car 80 of Rich Dawson out of Lowell, Indiana. The Longhorn by Wells Ryan-powered Ryco electric race car. And how about the driver riding behind him in the 162, Logan Moody out of Catlin, Illinois. His first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event. He is your points leader here, James, in the MB Customs Mullins LS Power Nuts and Bolts Saloon by the Rail 162 for Logan Moody as he rolls down the middle of the back straightaway.
And the reigning World of Outlaw Series champion coming out of turn 2, Dennis Erb Jr. in that Rocket Clements. Heatherline, the crew chief on that car. The winner on Wednesday night at Spoon River. And then that shows you how tough it is. Everybody's got good equipment, Ben. We all know that. Did not even make the race last night. Hard to believe.
He was just on the outside. Such a fine line. How about a driver that we think may have raced with the Lucas Series at Macon previously?
Maybe. Billy Huff. Billy Huff out of Thomasboro, Illinois. In car 33. Now, I thought that was Tim Manville earlier.
It's got that look.
Where is Tim Manville? We haven't seen him for a couple years.
We need him.
And behind him on the main straightaway, currently 2nd in the points. Last week's winner at Florence. That is Ricky Thornton Jr. He's out of Martinsville, Indiana. The 99B, Boone Briggs out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. The 24, he'll be our final qualifier tonight in that MB Customs. That is out of El Paso, Illinois, Ryan Unzicker. And then the 3S of Brian Shirley in the Bob and Lisa Cullen Rocket here on the main straightaway. fourth and final group of hot laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Ben.
Ryan Shirley was originally at the top, but now Dennis Erb Jr. jumps up there. 12.750 track record, and 11.750 by Brandon Shepard in the B5. And Sheppy right now only 6th fastest in this group, trying to find some speed on that B5 early in the night.
Did a lot of Northern All-Star races. It probably did the original Illinois Speed Week when we had Farmer City, Fairbury, and Vermilion County Speedway. Ben, remember that track in Danville, Illinois? Had a tornado there one night.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not good.
Did you still race?
No, we didn't.
Okay,
we did
just
not
checking.
race. Good thing we didn't have internet back in the day on that one.
Well,
they talked about Wi-Fi up here. They talked about transponders. We talked about receivers. We had none of that. It was hand scored back then.
Zero of the above.
That's
correct?
exactly right.
Well, if you have not got your Dirt Draft lineups in yet, head over to Dirt Draft, get your lineups in. If you use code FloRacing, if you're a new member, you're going to get a free T-shirt along the way, and you're going to beat James, Dustin, and definitely me. I was tied for first last night. First from last is where I was tied, but I'm going to get my entries in. Head over to Dirt Draft, get signed up. Clint Dahl and the gang, they do a great job. And again, new subscribers receive a free T-shirt. Use code FloRacing. Get those entries in and compete for prizes and a lot of cool stuff. Again, I want to thank Dirt Draft, the sponsor of Hot Laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And without further ado, we're going to bring in Mr. Tyson Graves. He's going to be bringing the Dirt Car Modified action tonight. And I believe 35 strong in the pit area here tonight, and there is a lot of talent. Tyson, take it away, sir, as tonight the Modifieds doing battle. And Tyson, it's going to be a good night at Farmer City when you see them scraping the wall early in the night.
Yes, it is. Tell you what, like you said last year, an exciting Farmer City 74. Looking at some great modified action here tonight as well. So far this year, the guy to beat has been that youngster, the madman, Mikey Ledford's got 4 feature wins in 5 weeks here this year. So
that's pretty good percentage, my friend. That's that is pretty good.
I tell you what, though, Trevor Neville's been looking pretty good here lately in the 777. He'll be the third one out here to take time. But once again, 32 checked in here tonight, and it's going to be a great night of modified racing. $2,000 on the line, Ben.
Tyson, you've got a lot of history around this area. What does the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series coming to town for the first time mean?
I tell you what, it means a lot. I mean, for years, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, you know, is kind of come around the area, but not really right here in the heart of Central Illinois, Farmer City, Fairbury, and I know that the whole Farmer City staff is excited to have it.
Well, we're very excited to be here tonight. And again, give us an idea of the modified program. What are we going to see?
We're going to see a lot of good action here. I tell you what, we've seen some exciting races over the years here. I mean, Mike Harrison on his top back there on the back straightaway.
Wasn't so good for him.
No, it wasn't so good for him. But I tell you what, he came back just like a month later with the same car, came back here and put a whoop 'em on him for like $2,000 to win on Memorial Day weekend.
612 wins, that was one of them. What better way to rebound than with getting upside down and then doing it? And man, you see these guys lining up and staging, and it is just a who's who of modifieds when you come to this area.
Yes, modified country for sure. I mean, you look down through the list here. You got some youngsters making their debut this year. Tanner Sullivan in the Bullet chassis out of Pontiac. But then, you got lots of veteran drivers. Brian Shaw out there tonight. You got the youngster Michael Ledford, who's a 3-time track champion now here at the Farmer City Raceway. Alan Weiser's had a lot of success here. Mike McKinney's been on both sides of it. It seemed like forever he struggled here. Was on his top during the Illini 100 one year. And a couple years ago, he finally just clicked here, and he won like 8 or 9 features that year.
Well, they've got the stripes on the walls. They've got them lined up. Hot Lap qualifying for the Dirt Car Modifieds tonight. Tell us who's going to be coming out first.
Looks like Michael Long out of Fowler, Illinois, always a great competitor here. Blaze Lewis in the 44X, and Trevor Neville in the 777, the first 3 cars here. Stephen Brooks, Landon Whitfield, the youngster, made his debut in the Modifieds last year out of Fairbury in the number 21. So it'll be exciting to see what he is able to do here tonight. We look at the track record here, set back in around 2012. Denny Swartz, 13.073 is what the Modifieds will be chasing here tonight.
Well, we've got a couple of track records. The way this cushion looks, we could flirt with something here tonight. We're going to keep an eye on it. It's been cool. It's been overcast, thank goodness. The liquid traction out of the sky has not fallen, and we're getting set for qualifying. Right after this, we'll have All-Star Performance qualifying for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And once again, I believe 32 signed in tonight for you guys, and 41 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series drivers.
Yeah, very good turnout here tonight. And like I said, the man to beat so far this year has been the madman Mikey Ledford. 4 wins, Trevor Neville with 1. And the fastest lap we've seen so far this year has been put down by the madman, 13.871 not too long ago. And here they come out on the track. your first car in the 18L. Driver out of Fowler, Illinois in the 18L. That's Michael Long. Your second driver there, the 44X, driver out of Kewanee, Illinois. That'll be Blaze Lewis. Blaze Lewis. And then your next driver, the 777. Once again, he was runner-up last year, that elite chassis out of Mackinac, Illinois. That'll be Trevor Neville. Trevor Neville in the 777. Your first three cars here to race the clock. There's a good look at the 44X, driver out of Kewanee, Illinois. And there's Trevor Neville. The back, the blue 777. There's the 18L, Michael Long, 14.030, quickest there on his second lap. Trevor Neville, 14.498, and Blaze Lewis, a little bit quicker on his second lap, 15.016. So three cars in the book. Right now we're chasing Michael Long, 14.030. The next driver on the track in the number 5 out of Bourbon A in the Great Lakes Lifting Solutions sponsored machine. That will be Stephen Brooks. Stephen Brooks in the number 5. Behind him, the youngster out of Fairbury, Illinois, in the number 21. That'll be Landon Whitfield. And behind him, a driver all the way from Rincon, Georgia, in the number 60. This will be Jim Manka. Jim Manka in the number 60. Stephen Brooks there, good look as he comes off of turn number 4 to complete his first lap. And that'll be good enough for second quick, 14.341. Whitfield's lap, 14.489. And Jim Manka, 15.206. And on the second lap, Stephen Brooks will pick it up just a little bit, but not quite fast enough. He'll remain second quick at 14.288. Landon Whitfield will end up third quick, and Jim Manco will end up 15.206 on that first lap. So we got Long, Brooks, Whitfield, your top three. And next up is the number 35 out of Fairbury, Illinois. We've got that awesome Prairie Hawks tribute to the two kids that lost their lives in Fairbury this year. That's the 35 of Ethan Weber, Jarrett Stryker. Behind him, and the number 18 out of Breeze, Illinois. And then the 05 out of Gina, Illinois. That'll be Matt Fabrius. Matt Fabrius in the Bullet chassis number 0. All chasing Michael Long here early on in qualifying, 14.030. And Ethan Weber on his opening lap, 14.513. Opening lap for Matt Fabrius, 14.847. Good enough for 6 quick. There's a good look at Fabrius down the back straightaway for those watching on FloRacing. And lap number 2 for Ethan Weber, a little bit quicker. He'll jump up to 5th quick, 14.505. Fabrius will end up 6th quick, and then Jarrett Stryker in the 18, 15.007. Next up is the youngster moving up to the modifieds this year. Won a couple of features here in the street stock division out of Pontiac, Illinois in the Bullet chassis. That's Tanner Sullivan. Tanner Sullivan. Behind him is Chatworth, Illinois 88S of Alan Stipp. And then behind him is the 145 hopping in Brian Shaw's backup car tonight. That'll be Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Auto Body sponsored unit. That'll be Kyle Hammer behind the wheel of that car tonight. As they cross the line there, Tanner Sullivan, good enough for 7th quick, 14.831. Alan Stipp, 3rd quick on his opening lap, 14.423. And Kyle Hammer, 15.092 on his opening lap. Second lap not going to be as good. So Alan Stipp ends up 3rd quick out of that group, 14.423. We're still chasing Michael Long at 14.030. Next up is the 1J out of Cornell, Illinois. That'll be Kelly Jones. Kelly Jones in the 1J. Behind him, out of Fairbury, Illinois, to be the 89 of Austin Friedman, and the 69, the Peoria driver of Derek Roberts. So far, 12 cars have taken time here in open wheel modified qualifying action. There's a good look at Derek Roberts down the back straightaway here as he heads in the high banks of 3 and 4. Lap number 1 for the 1J, 15.086. 15.086, good enough for 12th quick for Kelly Jones. 69 of Derek Roberts, 15.162. 15.162 for Derek Roberts. And the 89 there of Austin Friedman. It's going to be quick time on that second lap, 13.940. Austin Friedman, your new fast qualifier here in modified action. So far, 15 cars to take time. Next up is the number 83 out of Ashmore, Illinois, in the T-Well Brothers sponsored machine. That will be Casey Schrock. Behind him in the 14X out of Fairbury, Illinois, that'll be Caden McWhorter. And then the 26 out of Ashcombe, Illinois, it's the Farmer City regular Cameron Pierce. So Austin Friedman now on top here, 13.940. Lap number 1 for Casey Schrock will put him in the top 5, 14.477. Cade McWhorter, 14.490. And second lap for Casey Schrock, not quite as quick. He'll remain 5th quick at 14.477. So still Austin Friedman, 13.940 on top here. 32 cars scheduled to take time, 18 in. That means we got 14 more to go. The next driver will be the 17D, out of Peoria, Illinois. That'll be Deegan Dozart. Behind him, it will be the 1S, the driver out of Robinson, Illinois. That'll be Brian Shaw. And then the number 99 driver coming to us from the Springfield area. That'll be Tim Luttrell in the number 99. There's a good look at Brian Shaw, former American Modified Series champ from a couple of years ago. As Deegan Dozart there takes the green flag. There's a good look at the Ted Brown Quality Paint and Auto Body sponsored machine. There's Tim Luttrell, the driver out of Springfield, three-wheeling it down the back straightaway. Deegan Dozart at the line, and he'd be good enough for 11th quick, 14.706 on his opening lap. And Brian Shaw, 6th quick, 14.471. Dozart lap number 2, he'll remain 12th quick. Brian Shaw, he'll pick it up 3rd quick on that lap, 14.282. Brian Shaw up to 3rd. Michael Long still sits 2nd. Austin Friedman, 13.940, the lap to beat. Next up is the number 24 out of Claypool, Indiana. It'll be Zeke McKenzie. And then the driver of the number 73 car out of Chicago, Illinois, that'll be Mark Rhodes. And then the 14 out of Lovington, Illinois, that will be Ryan France. So Austin Friedman still the guy we're chasing, 13.940. 21 cars officially have taken time here in qualifying for your open wheel modifieds. At the line, Zeke McKenzie, 3rd quick now, 14.267 on his opening lap. We'll see if Zeke McKenzie can pick it up. Here's a good look at him off of turn number 4. And his second lap a little bit quicker, but he'll remain 3rd quick, 14.095. And off of turn number 4 here, the 14 of Ryan France, he'll time in 15.924. Got about 6-7 cars yet to take time. And there he is, 3-time and defending track champion here at the Farmer City Raceway in the Ledford Farm sponsored 37L, the Mark Busch race car. That is the Madman Mikey Ledford. And behind him, no stranger to victory lane here at the Farmer City Raceway. Out of the Peoria area, the 25W, that's A-Dog Alan Weiser. And then behind him, it's the Pope Joy sponsored number 96M. That's the one they call Magic Mike. That's Mike McKinney in the 96M. We could see a new fast qualifier here out of this group. We'll see as they come off turn number 4, lap number 1 for Mikey Ledford. And that's not what he wanted. 14th quick on his opening lap. Alan Weiser, good enough for 5th quick, 14.283. Mike McKinney, he cracks the top 3, 14.088 on his opening lap. There, Michael Ledford jumps up to 5th on his second lap, 14.224. And the 25W Alan Weiser, he'll jump up to 6th, 14.269. And not quite enough, but Mike McKinney now 2nd quick, 14.004. So Austin Friedman dodges a bullet there, just about 5 cars left to take time. The next one is the 43 driver out of Edinburgh, Illinois. That'll be Jared Thomas. Jared Thomas in the 43. Behind him, the T9 out of Brownstown, Indiana. That'll be Ryan Thomas. And then also out there, the 64 out of Crawfordsville, Indiana. It's Bryce Scheidler. in the 64. Opening lap here for the 43 of Jared Thomas. And good enough for fifth quick, 14.211, 14.211. The T9 of Ryan Thomas, he'll crack the top 10, 14.299. And second lap for Jared Thomas, a little bit slower. He'll remain fifth quick, 14.211. And the T9 of Ryan Thomas, he'll move into the top 5, 14.168. 14.168 for Ryan Thomas. And the 64 there, Bryce Scheidler, 14.613 on his second lap. Your final three qualifiers in open wheel modified, actually the 81P out of Hillsdale, Indiana, will be Austin Phelps. Austin Phelps, behind him, the 77 out of Kewanee, Illinois. It'll be NutriAg Solutions sponsored machine of Ray Bollinger. And then behind him, he's a feature winner here at the Farmer City Raceway in the 21 out of Hammond, Illinois. That'll be Troy Dotson. Troy Dotson in the 21. Lap number 1 for the 81P machine of Austin Phelps. 15.416, 15.416. Ray Bollinger, 6th fastest on his opening lap. And there's a good shot of Dotson down the back straightaway. As they come into the finish line here, Ray Bollinger, he'll stay 6th quick, 14.201 from his opening lap. And Troy Dotson, your last qualifier there.
All right, real quick, we're gonna head down pit side. Dustin Jarrett, who have you caught up with?
I've actually caught up with your modified fast qualifier, Fairbury. Talk about that qualifying lap and what you need to do to parlay that into a good run here tonight.
I don't really know. We haven't really come here much. This is my third time ever being here. We were pretty good here last year and had a little mishap, but I think we'll be all right. This thing looks like it might be around the bottom for the heat races, and it'll fit kind of right in what we're going to do. So if we can put this thing in the show, it's a win for me. There's a lot of good cars here, and hopefully this will carry into tomorrow and have a really good night tomorrow.
All right, there you have it. Austin Friedman sets fast time. But he's got a game plan. He's going to try to parlay that into first a heat race win and then maybe, just maybe, a feature win here a little bit later on tonight. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
Well, thank you, DJ. A lot of speed out of that Friedman family, and you saw it right there as, of course, his dad, Darren, he's turned a lot of laps around these racetracks, and now Austin from the sportsman division into the mods, and he's quick time tonight. And it looks like right now, Tyson, you guys have got the kids mods lined up. Tell us about this division.
Yeah, I tell you what, the kid mods is something that's kind of came on just the last few years in the area, and it's been a great program. We started these guys out here a couple races a year the last couple years, and now we got him out here every other week. And I tell you what, this car that's going to lead us out here, the number 75, that's Gavin Parmel, youngster. He's got a couple feature wins already this year.
So what's the age on these drivers in this division? Well, I've seen young men and young ladies down there.
Yeah, probably about 7 to 11 years old in that area.
Very cool. And this division, how long have you guys had it here?
This is the first year we've had them full time. Probably about the last 3 years we've had them off and on, but this year full time. And it's great to see these youngsters.
Solid turnout. You see them lined up down in staging. Not a bad turnout at all.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I tell you what, the sportsmanship between these kids, one wins, all of them go down the victory lane and congratulate them. So,
well, they're making their way out. Let us know who's in each race car, please.
All righty, as they roll out on here once again, the 75, that's Gavin Parmel, a two-time feature winner here at the Farmer City Raceway. Behind him, there's the 4J Donnelly Trucking sponsored entry. That's Blake Crabo in the number 24. He celebrated a birthday here just a couple weeks ago. Talking about birthdays, got to give a shout out to Lane Speaker, Lance's son here. He going to Parkland College, and he helps out here every Friday night. So happy birthday, Lane. I know your birthday's on Sunday. Also out there, the number 22, that's Hurricane Hud, they call him. That's Hudson Dick, third generation driver here at the Farmer City Raceway. And then the number 8, that's Erin Bosdoffer. Erin Bosdoffer in the number 8. There's a good look at her. She comes off of turn number 4. And your kid mods getting some hot lap times. There's a good look at Erin Bosdoffer. Once again, great to see these kids out there. There's Gavin Parmel. He picked up a feature win just last week. And Had a couple feature wins last year in the Kid Mod division as well.
And Bobby Pierce started this.
Yes, Bobby Pierce got started. I remember seeing a picture at Brownstown, I believe, years ago in the Kid Mod division. There's a good look at the 4J. And the checkered flag looks like it's going to fly here on Hot Lap session number 1 here for your Kid Mods. And it looks like we got one more session that'll be making their way out here. All right, there's a good look at the second session. Looks like we got the 3W of Zeke Williamson, the driver out of Washington back there. Also the 3 of Keaton Lyons from Centralia lined up there in the chute as well. The 4J, that was Kaylin Eskew. There's a good, she's the last car there to make her way off the racetrack there. Hopefully, Ben, we see in the future of the sport right here.
Well, I love it. You love seeing these kids. You see a lot of the go-karts and the micro sprints and things like that. And like James said, man, Bobby Pierce cut his teeth in this division, and now he's all over the country a contender. And it's really cool that you guys have got the youth involved. Because let's be honest, a lot of tracks have a hard time with getting the younger generation interested in racing. What better way to get them interested than put them out on the racetrack?
Yeah, and there's about 3 or 4 other tracks in the area that run these guys throughout the year. So it's a good chance for them to get around, get to see some bigger tracks and different tracks. And there's a good look at the 3W there, driver out of Washington, Illinois. That's Zeke Williamson. And we're getting ready here. Green flag is out for Kid Mods. Heat number 2. Also got the number 10 car, Mason Burley, out there out of Springfield, Illinois. There's a good look off of turn number 4. The 3W. Zeke Williamson trying to run down the 89 here. And we got a car coming to a stop here. Going to bring the yellow out. That's the number 10 out of Springfield. 10-4, the number on the side of that one. And after this, we'll be looking at some Lucas Oil late model qualifying action.
Well, I think that is going to wrap up the Kids Mods Hot Laps as James Essex. It is just about time now for All-Star Performance Qualifying. 41 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series drivers in attendance here tonight. And, man, I tell you what, All-Star Performance Qualifying this year has been uber competitive. You know, we've seen, not only have we seen 9 different drivers set a fast time in All-Star Performance Qualifying. And, again, that's very important not only for a good starting spot tonight, but for what other reason do you want to be fast time?
Well, don't forget Sunoco Road to Wheatland as well. That'll continue over the next – been having that project for a long, long time. And that's a nice thing Wayne Castleberry's put together. I guess we still have some more kids' mods.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him a few more laps, but yeah.
When I was 7, I was running a push mower, I think, and my dad would let me do that. By the way, we actually have 42 late models in the pits, Ben. Ethan Dotson, the modified hot shoe out of Bakersfield, California. His car is here. In fact, they had it unloaded, but Ethan's running the Roddy Harris Memorial tonight at Bloomington, Indiana, where they have a field of 42 cars. Drake Troutman is there. And they have plans, Ethan Dotson and Troutman, to run, I believe, tomorrow night at Fairbury. Our first time there tomorrow night.
A lot of big racing in this area, as that will drop the caution flag. Yeah, a lot of big racing in the area tonight. I tell you what, for Illinois, there's a lot of racing. Got the All-Star Sprints in the state. Of course, we're here tomorrow night, though. All eyes go to Falls as we head over there for the first time with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. As we said, All-Star Performance Qualifying here tonight, and you get bonus points to be fast time, James, and that could be very pivotal when it comes down to that championship and that battle for $200,000 at the end of the year.
That's an O'Neill right now on top of the points bin. Then it's Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Overton, Jonathan Davenport, Tim McCready 5th. Then it's Devin Moran, Max Blair, Tyler, Dalton Wilson, Earl Pearson Jr., your top 10. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany Swisher is the best. Glad to have the mini. I was worried the mini crew may not be with us this year, and Robbie, and they are, and we love it, and we're glad to be on MAV TV on FloRacing. We'll be live again tomorrow night. From Fairbury, Mike Norris will be joining us. Yes. You and I and Dustin will be there.
It's going to be a party. And
we might hit 50. I'm not sure.
It's going to be a party. Well, you just stall right there. The Big River Steel Battle for the Championship presented by ARP. It's going to go down to the wire, Eldora Speedway in October with the Dirt Track World Championship. $200,000 to win the title this year, James. That's $50,000 increase. To me, equally impressive, maybe more. Second, $150,000.
Right.
That is double what it was last year. Third, $75,000 more than last year. It's $125,000 for third. Fourth, up $60,000, $100,000. Over $1 million on the line this year. James, it's time for
Ready?
All-Star Performance Qualifying. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
J.C. Waller, first-time Lucas Oil Series out of Atoka, Tennessee, the Rocket D&J engine. The 10 out of Eatonton, Georgia, the reigning dirt track world champion in the Scott Smith Rocket Vic Hill. That is Garrett Smith in the 18D. In the James Ratliff Longhorn Clements, that is Dalton Wilson, J.C. Waller, the Express Shelters. Boars Night Out,
That's right.
Barrettville General Store. Ben's, is that you, Ben's Glass
No,
to the
sir.
Window? Beaver Maintenance. All right, no comment on that. Terminal Maintenance and Construction, Atlanta Paving and Concrete, the world-famous Cadillac Ranch Base Fuels, Senior Life Insurance, Go Lithium on the 10 of Garrett Smith.
Well, the
We have times. Go
Garrett
ahead.
Smith, 13.139 now. Dalton Wilson, 12.618. That's the time to beat. Then it's Garrett Smith, J.C. Waller with a 13.225, your top three. And lap number 2, Garrett Smith will improve, but not enough to improve his spot. Dalton Wilson does not go faster, and he will be the time to beat at 12.618. Then it's Garrett Smith and J.C. Waller.
By the way, Nick Hardy, the crew chief on that 18D car, Gentry Godwin and Hunter Bailey as well. On the MGL Auto Sales, the Auto Outlet, Grant Lee Farms, JRR Motor Sales, all trucks and innovative community solutions. Up next will be Car 19R. That'll be Ryan Gustin. He's out of Marshalltown, Iowa, getting a look-see there. The 32-year-old in the Rocket Clements, Molly, TriStar Engines and Transmission, Penske and VP. Talon Center, the crew chief on the 19R, the 20. Four-time Lucas Oil champion, 80 career wins, second all-time to Scott Blomqvist. That is Jimmy Owens. Jimmy Owens in the Bobby and Jessica Kohler Rocket Big Hill Race Monument Company, Good Test Well Service, George Arms Ammunition, Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Redline Oil, Goodrich Fluids Transfer Systems, Capital Waste, Tim Short Under Group, 5-star Metal Buildings, and the 25 out of Bloomington, Illinois. Last week's winner here at the Longhorn Clements, Jason Figure, the Titan Industries, Lloyd Waste Systems, Rosser Battery, Griffin Signs, Digital Copy Systems, Remtech Enterprises, Cheap Cars, 25.
Ryan Gustin will go fourth fastest. Jimmy Owens second, 12.678. Jason Fager lap 1 fifth fastest, 12.888. We'll see if Gustin can improve. He will not. He'll stay fourth fastest on lap 2. And Jimmy Owens, he will not improve either. He will stay second fastest, 12.678. His best lap, Jason Fager fifth. So it's Dalton Wilson, Jimmy Owens, Garrett Smith, Ryan Gustin, and Jason Fager, your top 5.
Up next, Ben, will be Ross Robinson, the 7 out of Georgetown, Delaware, the Ken Adams Longhorn Clements, followed by the 18 out of Moweaqua, Illinois, the Longhorn Vic Hill of Shannon Babb, followed by the 58, last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year, now hailing out of Dubuque, Iowa. It'll be 34-year-old Garrett Alberson, the Kim and Beth Roberts, Black Diamond Clements, Babb and the Petrov Towing, Dynagrow Seed, Donnelly Trucking, Getty Landscaping, Douglas Dodge Ram, CJI Piping and Fabrication, Keebler Ultra Oil, Alberson, the Mesilla Valley Transportation, Nutrient Ag Solution, Bill's Sport Shop, Bill Stein Shocks, DoneRightTV.com, Orion Tire and Repair, Sunoco, Midwest Sheet and Aroma Machine, McGinley Construction, Performance Bodies, Robinson and the Stokely Materials, Iron Source, and then the Sandy Frozen Farmers, ML Joseph, Wesley Collins Builders, Top Notch Custom Concepts, Atlantic Prime Mortgage Bank.
Ross Robinson, 7th fastest. Shannon Babb, 2nd fastest. Garrett Alberson, 9th. We'll see if Babb can go to the top on lap number 2. Ross Robinson, lap 2. He will not improve, 7th fastest, 13.124. His best lap, Shannon Babb, will improve, but he stays 2nd fastest, 12.650. And Garrett Alberson up to 8th at 13.143. It's Dalton Wilson, Shannon Babb, Jimmy Owens, Garrett Smith, and Ryan Gustin, your top 5.
Ross Robinson, first time here, First State Roofing and Exterior Cleaning. Penske and VP Amanda Robinson, his crew chief, the 4, will be the Pink Panther, Bob Gardner, and the Washington, Illinois, and the Rocket Clements, Overlander Electric VP Fuels. Followed by the 33H. It'll be Robin Huffman. He's out of Midland City, Illinois, in the Rocket CNC Motorsports by RHR, K&K Graph Brakes, Hamblin Farms and Trucking, Roll-Off Dumpsters by Hoffman. Followed by the B12 out of Gibson City, Illinois, the reigning track champion, multi-time track champion. That'll be Kevin Weaver. Kevin Weaver in the Rocket Mullins. Gummery. It's Montgomery, right? It's Gummery.
I say Gamir. It could be either one. We're going to go with either one.
CR Towing and Recovery, Luigi's Restaurant, and J. Morris Construction. Sponsor the Hall of Famer, Kevin Weaver in the B12.
Bob Gardner, 7th fastest. Robin Huffman, 12th. Weaver back to 6th now. And Bob Gardner on lap number 2. He will be 8th fastest, 12.896, his best lap. Robin Huffman, 12th fastest, 12.346. And Kevin Weaver, 5th fastest. The Flatland Flash into the top 5. It's Dalton Wilson, Shannon Babb, Jimmy Owens, Garrett Smith, and Kevin Weaver, now 5th fastest.
And up next will be the 16 out of Decorah, Iowa. That'll be Tyler Bruning in the Skyline Motorsports, Capital Clements. Followed by the 32 out of Oakwood, Illinois, the Longhorn, Vic Hill of Bobby Pierce. And the 111, currently leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. The 111 out of Centerville, PA. That is Max Blair. In the Briggs Transport, Rocket Clements, Excess Storage, Creekside Auto Sales, Tucker Drums, Valvoline, Penske, Murphy's Logging, C&J Dairy, Bruning and the Bruning Rock Products, Olson Explosives, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Bennett Explosives, Base Fuel, Truck Country, Carolina Concrete Finishing, and Penske and Pierce, and the Hooker Trucking, Allgaier, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Senior Life Insurance, Rio Grande Waste Services, Puremax Racing Oil, Toyota Danville, Bloomington Normal Truck, and Leaka Tree Service and Carnegie Towing.
And Bobby Pierce to the top of the leaderboard, 12.556 for him. Tyler Bruning, 9th fastest. Max Blair, 11th at 12.991. Lap 2 for Bruning. He will not improve. He stays 9th. Bobby Pierce, will he improve? He will not, but he's still the time to beat a 12.556. Max Blair on his second lap, he'll stay 11th. Max Blair 11th, Tyler Bruning 9th. But now atop All-Star Performance qualifying, Bobby Pierce with a 12.556.
Again, this is Group A, Ben. These will be heats 1 and 2 tonight. Group B will be heats 3 and 4. Will be the 18 back at his Rocket Clements. That'll be Chase Younghands out of Manhattan, Kansas. He's in the Younghands Discount Liquor Shop, Quick Convenience Stores, Bozard Ford, Paulson, Stussy Construction, Grant Petroleum 18 to 42 in his Lucas Oil debut out of Fairbury, Illinois in the Rocket Pro Power. McKay Wenger. He's in the Popejoy Plumbing, Heating, Electric, Backwoods Diner and Bakery, Subway, Varsity Shop Realty, Tri-County Carpet and Floor Covering, Birdhouse Pet Boarding, Full Throttle Auto Body Nutrient Ag Solutions, 42 in the 46 out of Jacksonville, Florida. 40 career wins in the series. Earl Pearson Jr., the Jason Pappage, Longhorn Clements, Lucas Oil, Pappage Construction, Edgeburger Trucking, Bill Stein, Sunoco, C&D Contractors and Developers Bonding, Midwest Sheet Metal, Millard Family Chapels, and Hooker Trucking.
Chase Younghands goes 16th fastest. Earl Pearson Jr. 13th fastest. McKay Winger was 6th on lap 1. With Younghands on improve on lap 2, he stays 15th. McKay Winger 6th fastest. His best lap, the second one, a 12.696. And Earl Pearson Jr. 9th fastest. The second lap, his best, 12.880. So McKay Winger 6th fastest. Earl Pearson Jr. 9th fastest. Chase Younghands 15th. Time to beat still Bobby Pierce.
3 more to go in Group A, Ben. And it'll be Tyler of the reigning Farmer City 74 winner here out of New Waverly, Texas. The best performance, Rocket Clements, Bulk Material Live, Base Fuels, Anthony's Pizza, First Class Septic, Roberts Beef Company, Penske Shocks, the 89 out of Manhattan, Illinois. Mike Spatola, two-time and ready track champion of Fairbury, the Rocket Rhine. And sponsored by B&D Chemical Country, Chevrolet, First Fast Lane Wraps, Embroidery, Spring Creek, Illinois, State Rifle Association, VR Hague Consulting, Big Daddy Scrap, and also the 49 out of Blairsville, Georgia, Jonathan Davenport, the Double O Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Tonight Nutrient Ag Solutions, Dynagrow Seed, Lucas Oil, Bill Stein, VP, Mark Martin out of Buddy, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, ASC Warranty, and Midwest Sheet.
Mike Spatola 13th, Tyler Erb 15th, Jonathan Davenport now up to 7th. Tyler Erb lap 2. He will stay 15th. He's not going to like that lap. We'll see if Spatola can improve on lap number 2. And he'll stay 14th, 12.904 his best lap. Davenport on his second approach. And JD will jump up to 4th, 12.664. So it's now Bobby Pierce, Dalton Wilson, Shannon Babb, Jonathan Davenport, and Jimmy Owens with All-Star Performance Group A in the books. Bobby Pierce, your fast qualifier, 12.556. He'll be on the pole for heat race number 1 tonight. Dalton Wilson will be on the pole for heat race 2, and joining him on the front row will be Shannon Babb and Jonathan Davenport. And then your top 10, your top 10, Jimmy Owens, Garrett Smith, McKay Winger, Kevin Weaver, Ryan Gustin, and Earl Pearson Jr. James as we get set for Group B.
After 20 years, for the first time in Farmer City, it's Pierce and Babb on the front
Yes.
row of a Heat 1. It's only fitting, right?
I love it.
Hey, thanks to Hot Rod Septic. They've come on board this year. Was designed using microbiology to create a better, more complete biological cycle in the septic system. Hot Rod has more than 40-plus years of experience in the septic industry. Check us out at hotrodseptic.com. Group B, heats 3 and 4 tonight. Ben, led up by the driver. First time here. Well, he was the co-hard charger at Florence last week. He didn't get
Counts
the top
for something,
seal,
right?
Yeah, he was up 15 spots. Logan Robertson, he's out of Waynesboro, Virginia. The Broadneck Shaker Masters built by MBE. Randy Clary Racing Engine Gunners, Honey Clary's Used Cars, Pro Fabrication, Blue Ridge Treescape Service, 3 Aces Speed Shop and Renegade Race Fuels, and then Frank Heckenash Jr., the Black and Yellow 99 Jr. He's out of Frankfort, Illinois, in the Rocket Durham. Jim Weber Motorsports, Storage Squares, DirtOval66.com, and Gordy Gundaker, the number 11 out of St. Charles, Missouri. He's in the Longhorn, Clements, J&C Properties, McKay, Napa Auto Parts, Lucas Oil, Hoker Trucking, Spartan Transportation, LLC, and Penske Racing Shocks, Ben.
Well, you know, James, we've talked about 9 different drivers in the first 14 events have
Yes,
been
sir.
All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier. Bobby Pierce's name is not on that list. Can he hold up? We'll see what Group B, if somebody can outdo a 12.556 here tonight at Farmer City Raceway in the Performance Online. Farmer City 74, presented by Lucas Oil. Group B, All-Star Performance Qualifying underway.
Pierce first time with the series last Saturday night at Florence Speedway. The Ralph Latham Memorial was up to 3rd. Had some issues. And DNF. Logan Robertson, the 89 car. First time here at Farmer City out of Waynesboro, Virginia. The Broadneck Shaker Masters built on the clock. And the Rocket Durham of Frank Heckenash Jr. The time to beat overall, 12.556 by the aforementioned Bobby Pierce. Again, this is Group B. He's 3 and 4 here tonight at Farmer City. First ever appearance for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Lap number 1, Logan Robertson, 13.751. Heckenash faster, a 12.899. And Gordy Gundaker to the top, 12.829. He's the time to beat. Robertson on his second lap. He is going to go faster, but he stays third fastest, 13.238. Heckenash to the top, 12.661. And Gordy Gundaker, fast time overall, 12.472 for Gordy Gundaker out of St. Charles, Missouri. Then it's Heckenash and Robertson. And how about that? Gordy trying to get that All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier bonus here tonight.
He has never done that in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Up next will be the current series points leader. Last night's winner in Lincoln, Illinois. That'll be Hudson O'Neill. Out of Martinsville, Indiana, the Mark Richards Racing Rocket Durham. Followed by the 26H for the Brent McKinnon Rocket Dargy out of Clinton, Illinois. It'll be Kyle Hammer and the 157. And that is Mike Marlar, the Ronnie Delk Longhorn Clements out of Winfield, Tennessee, the Can-Am Auto Salvage, Delk Equipment, Petrov Towing, Bill Stein, Paulson's Dusty Construction, Mississippi Valley Transportation, Midwest Middle, Capital Race Decals, 157, time to beat 12.472. Here comes O'Neill.
Hudson O'Neill second quick on lap 1, 12.544. Kyle Hammer lap 1, fourth fastest, 13.063. Mike Marlar on lap number 1, fourth fastest, 12.816. Hudson O'Neill, can he go faster on lap 2? He will not. He will stay second fastest. Kyle Hammer on lap number 2. He'll go a little bit faster. He stays fifth fastest, 12.852. And Mike Marlar, fourth fastest, 12.686. So it's still Gordy Gundaker, now Hudson O'Neill, Frank Heckenash Jr., Mike Marlar, and Kyle Hammer, your top 5.
Kyle Hammer again in that Brent McKinnon car, Midwest Farm and Land Company, Erlinger Crane Service, Troy Page Excavating, Timmons Fast Lane, King's Food, Hudson O'Neill of Valvoline, Swaybert Calf Ranches, Ace Metalworks, Petrov Towing, Gunners Honey, WR1 Sim Chassis, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Sunoco Integra Performance Grading, Rocket Pre-Owned Motors, Sporting, the Midwest Sheep and Alone Spoiler, points leader. Here's the driver that's won the last 2 series championships. It'll be Tim McCready, the 39 out of Watertown, New York. He's in the Paler Motorsports Longhorn Cornet, followed by the 96 former series rookie of the year out of Benton, Kentucky, and the Sean and Lisa Martin Viper Motorsports Company, Longhorn Durham. That'll be Tanner English and Devin Moran, the 99 out of Dresden, Ohio, the Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports Longhorn Cornet. The next 3 to qualify All-Star Performance Time Trials. Then for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Tim McCready, fifth fastest, lap 1, 12.692. Lap number 1 for Tanner English, fourth fastest, 12.675. Devin Moran on lap number 1, eighth fastest. He almost caught that wall out of 4. And Tim McCready, lap number 2, he'll jump up to third, 12.635. And Tanner English, fifth fastest, 12.675. Devin Moran, lap 2. And Devin not going to be happy there, 12.863. So Tim McCready, third fastest out of that set. Tanner English, fifth. And Devin Moran, eighth. It's Gordy Gundaker, Hudson O'Neill, and Tim McCready, your top 3.
Devin Moran, the Lazy Days RV, Big River Steel 99. Tanner English, the M&M Painting Construction 96V. Tim McCready, the Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas Racing Heroes 39. Up next will be the 76. Third of the points will be Brandon Overton out of Evans, Georgia, the Wells & Sons Motorsports Longhorn Clements. Billy Huff drives the 33.4 out of Thomasboro, Illinois, the Rocket Pro Power. And then Rich Dawson of the Lowell, Indiana Longhorn Rhine. Overton in the Garnto Southern Muscle Factory, Victory Fuel, flavored electrolyte water, clean way clearing and grading, Dirt Mafia, Boswell Oil, RW Powell, Penske Easy Go, Warner Technologies, convenient H&A Development, up at the E to Z Painting, Profi Time, Triple T Car Wash, Lube, and Detail Center, 33.
Brandon Overton, ninth fastest. Billy Huff, 11th fastest. Lap 1 for Rich Dawson, 13.368, 11th fastest. Lap number 2 for Overton. He'll improve, 12.747. That's good enough for 7th. Billy Huff on his final approach, he'll stay 12th fastest, 13.446, his best effort. And Rich Dawson, 11th fastest, 13.280. So in that set, Brandon Overton to 7th, Dawson will be 11th, and Huff will be 12th. Still Gordy Gundaker, the man to beat, with a 12.472.
Rich Dawson, the Ryco Electric, Full Tilt Customs, Grindstone Capital Investments, Town Pub, HKS Trucking, Boom Briggs will be up next to 99B. Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, his hometown, the Rocket Clements, followed by the 28th, the reigning World of Outlaw Series champion, Carpentersville, Illinois. Dennis Erb Jr., the winner on Wednesday night at Spoon River in the Rocket Clements, and the 162 first-time Lucas Oil Series Ben Catlett, Illinois driver, Logan Moody, the current points leader at Farmer City, the MB Custom Mullins. Urban, the McBride, Mac, Bomac Truck Sales, Kaiser, Ideal Ready Mix, VP, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Boom in the Excess Storage, Corey Rubber, Reading Hardwoods, Valvoline, Penske Shocks, Creekside Auto Sales, Tucker Drums, Northeast Paving, and Briggs Transport 99B.
Dennis Erb Jr., 4th fastest, 12.652. Moody will be 11th fastest, and Boom Briggs 13th fastest, 13.240. Lap 2 for Briggs, not going to improve. Well, he will go 11th fastest. Dennis Erb Jr. up to 3rd, 12.577, and Logan Moody 11th. Dennis Erb Jr. 3rd at 12.577. Logan Moody 11th with a 12.933, and Boom Briggs 13.015. He'll be 12th.
Logan Moody, the nuts about bolts, right?
Love it.
The nuts about bolts. Saloon by the Rail, Advanced Racing Suspensions, Moody Bulk Water, and YR Tire. And it'll be followed by the 11 out of Marina, Mississippi, the Craig and Shannon Sims, PCC Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Spencer Hughes, the 20 RT, the Clements Longhorn for Todd and Mickey Burns, SSI Motorsports, Ricky Thornton Jr. out of Martinsville, Indiana, the B5 out of New Berlin, Illinois, the Shepherd Riggs Racing Longhorn Quartet of Brandon Shepherd, True Timber Camo, Valvoline, Dennis G. Woodworth, Attorney at Law, Wild Gear, Riggs Drilling Solution, Shepherd Auto Sales in South Beach. Sponsor the B5, runner-up last night in Lincoln, Illinois.
Spencer Hughes, 12th fastest, 12.988. Ricky Thornton Jr., lap 1, 9th fastest, 12.799. Brandon Shepherd comes around for lap 1, 13th fastest, 12.969. Lap 2 for Spencer Hughes, 12th fastest, 12.880. Ricky Thornton Jr., he'll jump up to 9th, 12.799. And Brandon Shepherd, final approach, 10th fastest, 12.826. So Thornton Jr. 9th, Shepherd will go 10th, Spencer Hughes 13th.
Spencer Hughes, the Clyburn Take Lines, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling. Roth Heating and Cooling, Link Construction, Bill Stein, Indiana USSA Fast Pitch Softball, Mike and Tammy Burton, VP Fuels, Pee Wee's Performance Exhaust, Schaefer Trucking, CFM Truck Repair, Thornton, the Big River Steel, Hoker Trucking, Dyno One, Westside Tractor Sales, D&E Outside Services, Midwest Sheet Metal, Servite Inspection, Sunoco, Bill Stein, Murray Farms, 20 RT. This is Brian Shirley, the Bob Elisa Cullen, Rocket Durham, Thomason Express, Hoker Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, KBC Graphics out of Chatham, Illinois, and Ryan Unzicker, the final qualifier of El Paso, Illinois, in the 24. VMB Customs Pro Power, JR Transportation, Brucker Farms, Mosquito Hero Bin, and Varsity sponsor the 24 of Ryan Unzicker.
Brian Shirley, 10th fastest, 12.822. Ryan Unzicker, 16th fastest, 12.956. Final 2 qualifiers, final lap here tonight. And Brian Shirley, 9th fastest. He improves a little bit, 12.790. Ryan Unzicker, he will go 15th fastest, 12.885. So Brian Shirley, 9th fastest. Ryan Unzicker, 15th. And that will wrap up All-Star Performance qualifying here tonight for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, becoming the 10th different driver to pick up an All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier award. And for the first time in his career, How about it for Gordy Gundaker, James, a 12.472.
So he will be on the pole of heat number 3. The winner of that heat race will start on the outside of front row. Who are other pole sitter here behind him?
Well, you're going to have Hudson O'Neill starting on the pole of heat number 4. And Dennis Erb Jr. on the pole on the outside front row of heat 3. Tim McCready outside front row of heat race number 4. And then the balance of your top 10, Frank Heckenus Jr., Tanner English, Mike Marler, Brandon Overton, Brian Shirley, and Ricky Thornton Jr. as Heath Lawson making his way down there with All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier billboard. Dustin Jarrett down there as well. And he's going to talk to Gordy Gundaker. Gordy coming out guns blazing. He had to come out of a B main last night to race into the main event. Won it from 6th. And tonight, he's out of the car. Dustin Jarrett, take it away.
As usual, great minds think alike, Ben. I was thinking the same thing. What a difference a night can make for the driver out of St. Charles, Missouri, Gordy Gundaker. Gordy, Ben just said it, and I was thinking it as well. You had to come out of a B main just to make the show tonight. No guarantees, all right? But coming out of the gate, being overall fast qualifier here tonight, how much of a weight is that off your shoulders?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you look at that group that we were just in, it was completely stacked, and you just try to get up front in these heat races, and to come out quick qualify overall is awesome for our team. Says a lot about our program. So, just looking forward to hopefully getting out in front of the heat race and seeing what we can do later tonight.
What's this track going to do tonight? That's always the guessing game, but you've got some laps here at Farmer City, maybe not as many as some of the other drivers. What do you think this track's going to do, and what's it going to take to put this 11 car right back here later on tonight at the end of 74 laps?
Yeah, the biggest deal, like I said, is just, getting up front. The racetrack always seems to migrate here. They do a great job at Farmer City prepping it. And, I've won a Summer National race here before. So, it migrates from the top to the bottom. You can run the middle. Shannon and them guys like to bang off the boards. And, hopefully that there might be some ring around the mud or at the bottom there. So just super excited, really proud of my team. Can't thank Longhorn, Clements, McKay-Knapp Auto Parts, St. Louis Screw and Bolt, Spartan Transportation, everybody that does all this, Mom, Dad, Derek, Ian, just really thankful for all the opportunities I've been given, and glad to see it's paying off, and hopefully we can find our way into victory lane later.
He is looking for his biggest career win here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for the driver out of St. Charles, Missouri, Gordy Gundaker?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dustin Jarrett. We are going to step aside and thank some marketing partners when we come back to Performance Online Farmer City 74, presented by Lucas Oil from here at Farmer City Raceway. You're watching MAV TV on FloRacing.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower.